Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Delighted for this live once again. Today, our concept is very simple, yet so profound, so misunderstood, yet so essential for success. I'm talking about praxis. 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 And I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to explain it, and I'm going to give some examples of why is it that success may seem so easy, so effortless for some, yet so difficult, so hard work, so like hustling and bustling in the process. It disheartens them. So let's start from the beginning. So first of all, let's see who is in here with me tonight. Good evening. Hey, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Okay, so have you ever noticed how when you are trying to achieve something, it could be anything, simple or complex or difficult or not so difficult, uh, people have different results. They could be doing the same thing. They could have the same profile, the same degrees, the same expertise, the same experience. They could be even brothers and sisters. Yet the results are so widely apart. Why? This particular area has been so impactful in psychology, in neuroscience, in the personal development, and people wanted to know why is it that two salespeople who may be even brothers and sisters, uh, doing the same thing, coming from the same school, graduating from the same university, from the same mom and dad, and the genes are the same, the background is the same, yet the results are so difficult, so different. Now, which tells us that there is a factor other than mere genetics or mere, if you like, background or training. There's something deeper inside. So, for those who are catching up the call right now, we are talking about a concept that is so simple, yet it makes big impact and big differences in our results when we are not cognizant and aware of it. I'm talking about praxis, Praxis. And what praxis means, hey, good evening, Noreen. And what praxis means is how it's alignment. It's to align our beliefs with our behaviors. Now you say, but what does this mean? I mean, yes, we are aligned and so on. Trust me, when you understand this concept really well, you are going to see it has huge impact on your life. So, praxis, the alignment of beliefs with behaviors. You may want to write this in the chat box for the people who will be catching this in the replay or anything. Pay it forward, give it to them, or help them grasp this concept. It's aligning your beliefs with your behaviors. Now, this means that if there is one thing that I can impart with you in terms of, achieving success faster, it's really not to take action until you are in alignment. Because alignment means that you are in tune with that which you want. And when you are not in alignment, there is a disconnect, there is a gap between where you are in your mind and what you are doing. The truth is we've always been taught you need to work hard, you need to do the work despite how you feel. It doesn't matter how you feel. The main thing is that you work hard, even if it means you are struggling against some other energies. So when you are struggling against some other energies, and like you don't want to do the work, you are not motivated to do that. It could be even writing a letter. It could be even applying for another job. It could be even relocating from one country to another. When you are not in alignment with that which you want, the process is going to be a struggle. The process is going to be a hard work. The process is going to be like really like fighting against a glass ceiling, where you try to do something and then you sleep and then you do again and so on. And some others who are doing the same thing, they could be even less advantaged than yourself, and they are just skating themselves into some higher and higher levels. You might be saying, well, there are many factors. Motivation is a factor, passion is a factor, and but if we had to encapsulate one factor that puts all of this in perspective, it would be alignment. So let's say, for example, relocating. I remember when I was I was relocating from my home country to Saudi, and there was a lot of resistance. And I was mulling over, do I do it? I don't do it. Do I do it? And there are lots of factors telling me don't do it. Why do you need the aggravation? Your life is already really good. You have everything. Why do you need to do that? And there was all of that, so all of these pieces that were rather pulling me towards the direction of settling in and not take that step. Now, it is only when I aligned my beliefs, my thoughts with the behavior I wanted to take, that there was a sense of ease in the relocation process. What do I mean by aligning my beliefs with my behaviors? I started thinking about, for example, why do I want it? So first of all, I tried to specify what is it I wanted to relocate. So I reconnected. I went back to the space where, what was my mindset when I put like an application to for a position in a different country. So there was kind of some kind of thinking that led me to that point of putting the application. So I reconnected. I went back to the space of, what did I want? I reconnected with the space of what did I want, and then I went deeper and deeper, and reconnected of why did I want it? What was the thinking? What was the rationale? What were the motives, so to speak, for me wanting to relocate? And then what I started to do is I started associating the act I wanted to take, which is to relocate, with only the things that are positive, only the things that motivated me to do it. And then when I started doing that, I found that I was aligned, I was in tune, my vibration, my feelings regarding the relocation changed, and there was some level of positivity, some level of connection of that which I wanted, and that's where everything started to ease. Everything. So if there is one thing I want to impart with you, is before you take any action towards what you want, is that you find that sweet spot of alignment. It's relatable. Thanks for sharing. Noreen says, hello, our respected member. Mohammed Ibrahim is here. Thank you everyone for tuning in. So the truth is, sometimes we do a lot of things half-heartedly. We do something and we say, let me try and see. We take action and we say, I'm applying. I'm even now in the process of receiving application, and I can feel the vibration of an application that is done half-heartedly. I can feel like this person is not um, addressing the cover letter to me, is addressing it to somebody, whoever is interested in reading this letter, wherever that job is, and not very interested in this particular position we are opening. So that half-hearted, that kind of half in, half out, that kind of not really 100%, but I'm just shopping around. That's out of tune. That's out of alignment. And when we are in that vibration, when that's what we are putting in the universe, and that's what we are receiving. As you sow, so shall you reap. What you are receiving, half-hearted answers, half-hearted positions, half-hearted, if you like, half, not really what you want. Like maybe, a portion of what we, and don't be surprised if not the best positions are coming to you. Don't be surprised if only half hearted responses come to you. Why? Because if everything is energy, if we respect the first law in the universe, energy is, then what you are putting out is exactly what you are receiving. So you might be saying, okay, great, well enough. Well, very well. We understood before we set on any course of taking action towards achieving something that we wish to be successful. I'm gonna need to be in tune. I'm gonna need to be in alignment. But show us the process. Okay, 4 steps. I'm going to share with you 4 steps how to ensure you are in alignment before you take action. Because guess what? When you do that, what seems like a struggle, sometimes you say, why is it I'm spending hours scraping my way into doing this thing, writing this report, or finishing this? And then, some other people is just putting 2 freaking hours to do it, and they are out of it, and they spend their weekend kind of relieved, and I'm struggling and struggling to put it together, right? So alignment is really key. So as soon as you are in alignment, you are going to see you can beat even those who started already doing the work. You can beat them to the post, as Napoleon Hill says, because this is the power of acceleration. When you are in alignment, things will seem effortless, easy. Why? Because your mind is undivided. Let me see if we have some responses, some answers. When you are in alignment, you are no longer, if you like, observing the time and space measurements and everything. You are in the fourth dimension, and things are going to happen, very, very, exponentially faster, so to speak. Okay, 4 steps to be in alignment. Are you interested? What do you think, first of all? What do you think? How do we get in alignment? There are sometimes where you feel, I'm in the zone. It's like everything I touch is happening and everything I do is working well. And some other times, okay, you're just struggling and struggling and putting and pushing and pushing and pushing, and things are in resistance. Do you connect with this? Oh. Noreen, you were one of my motivations for applying. I hope you haven't. You are still kind of in that aligned position of really liking the position and assuming it. So does this make sense? Does this make sense? Days where you are fully in, you don't even know what you did, and things are just happening. And other days, you work hard, you spend the hours, you're pushing and pushing and pushing, and things are not happening. That's what we are talking about. Okay. When you are not in alignment, when you feel like you are struggling and things are not happening, number one, stop doing what you are doing. Stop. Stop doing what you are doing, and just stop looking at the others who are already ahead of you. Stop looking at the others who've already achieved their goal. Stop looking at the others who've already achieved success, or the success that you wanted to achieve. Stop. Just to switch off the outside world and go inside. Sit with yourself and go inside, and reach, through breathing and a little bit of meditation, that sweet spot where you have that inner peace. That's number one. Calm your mind, go inside instead of looking outside for indicators of the success or whatever. Stop doing all of that and just go inside and calm your mind, achieve some inner calmness of mind. Step number two, ask yourself, what did I want? And explicitly say what you wanted. I wanted da 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 da, and I want this, and the success, or success for me means this. Say it. Reconnect with that sweet spot of what you wanted. That's step number two. Noreen, are you writing these? Are you writing these steps, please? So step one, reconnect. Slow down, exactly. Slow down and go inside instead of looking outside, and try to motivate yourself by looking at other people and by copying other people or trying to emulate other people or by measuring yourself. These are all going to frustrate you even further. So what you're going to do is switch off the outside world and go inside. That's step number one. Number two, so step number one, go inside, reconnect, recollect, regroup yourself, recharge your energies. That's step number one. Number two, remember or reconnect with the what is it I wanted. Step number three, your why. Reconnect with your why. Why do I want success? Why did I want to open my business? Why did I want to take a better position? I was all right in my manager position. This afternoon there was a lady, she says, I'm in manager. Why do I want to upgrade my position into director? Right? So why? Reconnect with your whys and write them down, and really, really kind of reconnect with them. And step four, take one small action. Take one small action. So first of all, as part of reconnecting with the what and the why, is associate. What we are doing is we are associating our goal or our success with something positive. Like for me, it was, if I relocate, what would this mean for my daughter? What would this mean for my son? And I stayed there. Of course, there are uncomfortable spaces connected to relocation. There are uncomfortable spaces connected to opening a business, like losing face, like the judgment of others. So decide not to look at this and just look at the space where associate the goal that you want to achieve with only those things that are positive. And you are going to notice that, and this is step five, you're going to notice you will start taking small steps or tiny steps that are in that direction. You see what I mean? Take one action at a time. Yes. So those are the steps for you to, if you like, to align your beliefs with your behaviors. The concept is called praxis, praxis, and what praxis is, it's the alignment of your beliefs with your behaviors. Because if your beliefs remain in one place, you believe, this is not so, and your behavior is, I have to do this, I have to do this. When there is a gap between your beliefs and your behaviors, life is going to seem like a struggle. Success is going to seem like a struggle. You want your action to be aligned. So before you take any action, make sure that mentally and spiritually, make sure that at the mindset level, you have regrouped and reconnected with who you are before taking any action. Has this been success? Has this been helpful to you? So before taking any action, and you will notice, once you align, once you align with what you want and why you want it, you are going to see your actions are going to, there's the propeller effect. You are going to notice your results are going to be propelled much faster, and you may even kind of beat, as Napoleon Hill says, those who are on the hard work track to the mast. Has it been useful? If we don't align our beliefs with them, we will waste time, and you will waste time, you will waste momentum, you will experience something like a start and stop and start and stop and start and stop, and it is very tiring. A lot of people go through that because they start something and they lose heart, they start something and they lose heart, and so on. Does it make sense? The practice of aligning your actions with your beliefs is praxis. Yes, indeed, Noreen. Thank you, everyone. If this has been useful, just drop yes in the chat box. Love you all. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a great evening. Bye bye.